Hey, Kia ora and welcome to this video. Myself Jidin Cherian and I am working as a sterilization technician in gastroenterology at Counties Manukau. After receiving the endoscope from the theater, we will start wearing the PP to avoid any passing of infection to us. So we will wear the gowns and we will wear the gloves, and also will wear a face mask and face shield to avoid flushing of any biological material or water, decontaminated water into our mouths or faces. And then we will keep the scope cleaning record to the table to do the paperwork later. And right now I am gonna do the cleaning of a gastroendoscope. First we will disassemble all the accessories from the scope, and we will put it in the sink, and the sink is filled with water first, and at the same time we will do the leak test. So the manual cleaning is the most critical step in before the high level disinfection. Its purpose is to physically remove blood, mucus, tissue, microorganism and other debris from the endoscope, so that the disinfectant can contact all surface effectively. Once the water is filled to a particular level, we will start filling the sink with the matrix. Matrix is a non-enzymatic detergent and a biofilm remover, and we will check the buttons for any debris that has been trapped inside the springs or any connection, any holes, and we will keep it in. We will put all the two buttons inside the button bag, and the tubings are also flushed with water to avoid any debris that has been trapped inside the tubing. And we will put the tubings and buttons inside in ultrasonic to loosen the debris. So before the manual cleaning, there's a pre-cleaning that is happening at the bedside, that is done by the nurses. That is done after immediately the procedure. So the exterior of the endoscope is wiped, and the detergent is or water is suctioned through the channels to prevent debris. So right now I'm checking the leak test. The endoscope is tested for any damage or hole. We will do the fluid test and leak test. So if the scope is passed, we will take the scope to the sink, and we will do the brushing later. And if the scope is not passed during the testing, we will put the scope inside the basin, and we will connect the machine, and we will flush air through the connection, and to find out where the leakage has happened. So if we found the leakage, we will stop the reprocessing, and the scope will be sent for repair. So once the scope is immersed in the cleaning solution, this helps loosen any bioorganic materials such as blood, proteins or mucus, and we will we will generally start brushing. We will the insertion tube, the control body and destructive part carefully wiped and cleaned to avoid any damage to the scope. Also we will try to we will curl the scope properly to avoid any intertwine the scope to be intertwined. And we will start brushing of channels and ports, the appropriate size brushes. We will first brush with the stubby brushes, and appropriate size brushes are passed through. Then we will start brushing with the 162 brush. So it will pass through the all accessible channels channels and valves. This will physically remove any debris and biofilm that cannot be removed by flushing alone. So once we will brush through the all the air and water connection, suction and biopsy valves, and right now I am doing the brushing. So once brushing is done, we will go for the channel flushing. So we will during the brushing we will ensure that there is no damage is occurring. We will do it very carefully to avoid any damages to occurring to the endoscope. And once we finish all the all the brushing, we will go to the flushing of channel, and we will start connecting the scope body. The scope body is used to flush the matrix and water through the channels of the endoscope. So before the flushing, we will wipe the scope with the gauze to avoid any to remove any debris from the scope surface. um, and the camera and all the fiber and all the sensitive areas are carefully being wiped. And right now I'm gonna do the flush connection of scope body to the scope. That's the separator that have connected to the biopsy bank and the air and water tubing. And this is the detergent solution is flushed through every channel. So the scope body channels are connected to the air and water suction, biopsy, and auxiliary channels is used for loosen the debris. So the scope and channels are thoroughly rinsed to remove any detergent and loosen debris. That's what's happening right now. That's the matrix is flushed through the scope. So in the meantime, but by that time we will start cleaning the basin which the scope has been has transported to the theater. So the first we will flush. We will spray it with the Virkon. Virkon is a antibacterial remover, and then we will flush with the ethanol, alcohol-based ethanol, and we will wipe it with the terry wipes, and we will make it dry. And we will pass the clean basin to the theaters for the next use. For the next use. And once the ultrasonic is done, we will take the buttons, and we will keep it in the reprocessing handle along with the tubing. And we will start the cleaning of our bench. We will start cleaning with Virkon and microl to avoid any antimicrobial microorganisms in the dirty area. So once the flushing with the matrix is done, we will start flushing it with water. That's also to remove any biological matter or any loosened debris. And the flushing of water, and by that time we will start filling the matrix again. Then matrix with we will start filling with matrix for the next procedure. Channels are then thoroughly washed. Once the washing is done with the matrix and water, we will start flushing it with the air to for some seconds. Once the air flushing is also finished, we will empty the sink, and we will as you can see, the bubbles which is coming from the scope is due to the air flushing. And once the procedure is done, we will drain the water, and we will remove all the connectors by scope body connections also from the scope. And we will do the inspection of the endoscope. The endoscopes are usually inspected for cleanliness and damage. High-level disinfection cannot reliably penetrate heavy debris or biofilm. Studies also says that the manual cleaning alone can remove vast majority of microorganisms present on an endoscope. So, and also the standard ASN ZS 5369 2023 section 6.2.1 also says the importance of manual cleaning. So once the scope has been loaded in the endoscope, we will start cleaning the dirty side. We will wear another gloves, and we will spray it with Virkon and Microl, and all, and we will wipe it with the revives to avoid any microorganisms to grow again, so that we can start the cleaning of the next soap. Thank you for watching this video.